Hello and welcome to the second round coverage of Brave the Midwest, our first GPT stop of the year here at Bradley Park in Peoria, Illinois. I am Ben Wyckoff, joining Peyton Drake here on the PLD disc golf coverage.
Great
Peyton,
intro.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, we have kind of a slow card from the first round, but we have 3 new people to the coverage joining us as well for this round. So like we did on the first round, we're going to be starting from hole 10 for the MA3 division. This is a relatively routine shot, 222 feet. Just throw something straight, your kind of warm-up shot that you would throw for any event. Throw that here, get things started with a nice bird.
Exactly. Don't let anything leak out to the right. Starting us off, we have Carson Miller, who shot the hot round in MA3 at 4 down the first round.
Yeah, he's shooting pretty kind of middle, upper part of the pack for MA1 division too, so a solid round for the MA3.
Yeah, really good. And he puts it a little bit deep, but he's going to have edge of circle, maybe mid-circle 2, coming back for his birdie luck here.
And next up, Travis Wright with a 3 down. Also throws a nice shot too. Keeps that one real close.
Definitely better speed than Carson out on his. That's going to be right into the basket.
Yes.
Definitely the way you want to start your round off.
And I don't want to butcher the last name, but Dax Gentis, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, sounds
Dax,
good
if you're
to me.
watching, put the pronunciation in the chat or in the put it in the comments.
Nice shot either way. Put out on the forehand flex line. Helps fighting the wind a little bit more, and gets dropped a little bit short of the basket, but he'll have a C1 putt as well. And joining us from our first round coverage, we have Cecil. He's going to be fighting out a little bit early, but he'll have a C2 look to start his round off right.
Don't want to, and I'm not smacking him down or anything, I just like to call what I see. And Cecil was letting things go a little early and low the first round, so want to see if he has a minor correction here for this round. And that was a great bid.
Yeah.
Good lofty bid. The wind is picking up just a little bit out here, as it tends to do. Yes, as it does.
As it wants.
As it do. Yeah, and a little pitch up there from our leader. He wanted to definitely hit metal on that, get a confidence booster going into the round, but oh no.
Speaking of wanting a confidence booster, that is kind of the opposite here from Dax.
And I will definitely say, I think Dax is a traveling player. Travis might be a traveling player too. Haven't seen him very much. Carson definitely is as well. All of these guys could definitely be getting camera jitters because they did not know coming here, hey, we're going to have a camera running on
you don't necessarily
MA3 division,
expect
right?
MA3 to be on the filmed card. So
especially when you have MA1. We don't have an MPO field for this event, but we have MA1, so they're like, why not get better talent? But you know what? There's some pretty good stuff happening here in the MA3 division.
Yeah, we want to get this talent. Why not? Good
great
birdie from Travis, and good cleanup from the rest of our card.
Yeah. These players will take what they got. A couple of them probably wanting that bird, but they'll get what they get.
Yep.
Big shout out to Innova Discs. They are the title sponsor for the tour and the events. They actually comprise a majority of the products in the players pack. And speaking of which, if you want to get entered to win a random giveaway for the coverage, you guys can look in the description below to see how you can win a players pack from the Brave the Midwest event. So go check out the description. It's going to have some Innova products in there. As we move into hole 11, we talked through this one a little bit. It's don't leave it too short and definitely don't put it too long.
Yep, OB inside the circle deep. So erring on the short side, either with this forehand flex line or a backhand hyzer. Are kind of your typical plays.
You really want that shot to be fighting out pretty early when you're throwing that forehand. It definitely, both of these kind of pose a low ceiling as well, especially the forehand out to the left for the righty, that is. But this backhand, there's a little bit more gap to play with, and that's a little inside, but with the ground play, it plays well.
Takes the early line, not intentionally, I don't believe, but gets through, and he'll have a scary C2 look.
What's super sneaky here is you see that shot. There's actually the support cable for the telephone pole is an incredibly common occurrence to hear the smack. You hit the plastic there. So many people use that wire as their aim point.
It's not a fun noise when it happens. I've definitely been witness to it, or maybe done it myself.
Oh, this is one of the risks, or the things you want to avoid is a really early miss, because then you have to have a touchy approach here on the green. Don't want to go long.
Yeah. And
using the ground, that's not bad.
That's a good shot from Cecil. He'll have a well inside C1 look, it seems, for his par save.
Actually, I think that's a pretty good play to actually use the ground to slow things down initially, to keep from skipping fast into the road, and that's a little lackluster there from Dax.
Sorry, this is Travis. Yeah, he's going to have a tough... Yeah, that is a mature, smart play early in the second round here to not, take a blow up here. If you miss that putt, you're going in the road, kind of double bogey at best. Not what you're looking for, so...
Yeah.
It hurts, but smart to take his medicine.
And wow, good pace, good loft.
Very
nice
nice putt from Carson, yeah. And a good birdie to get. Not, this hole played just dead even on the second round, so getting strokes on a good number of folks in the MA3 field.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And let's see, it looks like Dax stayed in bounds on his drive, I believe. So it should be a birdie look. I can't quite connect.
That's a pretty quick pace too, so if that's off just a little bit left or right, he's going to have to chase down the long comebacker. So it stays relatively close. Hopefully he can make that one as a confidence booster. Speaking of confidence, Cecil just need a little bit more on that one.
Yeah, that's the scary putt on this hole when you're looking, if you're looking at the basket from where Cecil was standing, you're just seeing the concrete road behind you. There's no ground in sight to catch your disc. Gets you thinking a little bit about what happens if you miss. So, an easy mistake to make, kind of undercommitting, leaving it low. Unfortunately, he's going to be tapping in for bogey.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it looks like we'll have Travis tapping in for his bogey as well.
Yeah, definitely the easier of the two nines. This is where players really want to score, is hole 10 through 18. There are some more difficult holes where the birdie is definitely challenging, but you can't be taking bogeys or more.
Yeah.
These holes are too routine to be doing that. Don't want to miss Power Grip, the presenting sponsor for the tour. Thanks to Zach Parcell and Power Grip USA in Bloomington for sponsoring the whole tour. They helped get Innova Players Packs to the hands of the players, amongst some other CTP and fun prizes for the event. So thanks to Zach and the Power Grip guys. Go check them out in store and online.
Yeah.
This is a tough hole. Walk them through it.
Yeah, hole 12, 290 feet, plays closer to 350 feet, moving probably 70, 80 feet to the left from your vantage point on the tee pad. Really hard to get a disc to move that far left. You need to be, if you're righty, throwing a kind of pushing, flipping up hyzer that's getting a skip at the end, or you're kind of playing a more overstable hyzer and just accepting your par. This is a good shot from Carson. It's still going to be probably 60 feet with a bit of a low ceiling. It's just a really tough birdie to get.
Yeah, it almost has to look like you make a mistake, and that was a pretty bad mistake there from Dax.
Yeah, that's one definitely you want to avoid. We do have the creek and a lot of bush line on the left. If you kick over there or let it out too early, you're going to be in trouble on that side.
Yeah. You essentially want to just barely, almost nick the bushes on the inside here.
Yeah.
In order to get the line that's close enough to get you towards the basket. And even so, that usually nets you with like a 25-foot look at best. Definitely a tough birdie to get. And you are rewarded if you get it for sure. That's
yeah, you'd be getting strokes on folks.
Guaranteed.
This is a good line from Cecil. I think it's going to end up a little bit short and probably a little bit too far right.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Gets out to the open for Dax, but yeah, not exactly the shot he's looking for.
Travis putting it nice and close. Yeah, this is what ends up happening for a lot of players. Just ends up going straight off the tee and then just pitch up for a par. A
Yep.
par is what you definitely want to get. You don't want to get any worse than it, but it looks like players do get much worse than that, and it usually makes this hole the hardest on the back.
Yeah, it's this 16 and 17 are all kind of in competition for that honor, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much all the rest of the holes you want to be having a look at, but these three are tricky to say the least. So yeah, par definitely plays, especially in MA3. Nothing wrong with it.
Cecil running it.
Oh boy.
That is, yeah, the crest of that hill that runs down to the water here is like not even 15 feet from the basket. So if you crest that, you're definitely running towards the water. And there's almost guaranteed always going to be water right here.
Yeah, I'm curious what the card ruling is. It looks like the disc might be resting up on a rock or something. I can't quite tell if that's going to be ruled as inbounds, you know, touching dry land, or if that's going to be ruled as out of bounds, surrounded by water.
We'll see here. I believe
So
I
this
believe
would
the
be
ruling is
either for
inbounds.
bogey or double.
Right.
Bogey if it was inbounds, double if it wasn't. Let's see.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
out of
double
bounds.
bogey. So I guess he got the OB ruling, unfortunately.
So close.
Yeah, it's part of the danger of running that first putt.
Yep.
Good up and down from Carson. Looks like we'll have, honestly, not a bad scramble for bogey from Dax as well, and I believe Travis will also be tapping in for his par.
Yeah, here in the MA3 division, it's just trying to play clear of big mistakes. You know, allow yourself one little mistake on a hole, on every hole is fine too. I mean, if you got pars out here, as we just saw, par got you nearly lead card, so try to score where you can. OTB Discs, while we're here, I want to give them a shout out. They're not only my sponsor, but an incredible sponsor for tons of events and organizations here in Central Illinois. Go check them out. I can't thank them enough or promote them enough. Hole 13, this one's a fun one for sure.
Yeah, playing slightly uphill, 325 feet, pretty much dead straight. You've got a little bit of a slope from right to left up at the green, creek and some bush line on the left, but most players are going to be looking to play a straight fairway driver. Potentially we'll see a flex forehand, but yeah, just trying to put something kind of point and shoot right at the basket.
Yeah, this hole kind of has just the way of getting you feeling good if you get it. Like, I mean, it's not a hard hole by any means, but I mean, this is like a
it's a nice to get,
yeah,
for sure.
It's a true park style hole that it forces a challenge. You can use any means to get dead straight, and if you get it, you're feeling good moving into the final stretch of the course, which is our first stretch here for the MA3 card and the event today. But this is another common line, as you had called out, and getting a little counter skip there.
Yeah, it gets up to, it looks like just outside circle, not quite committing to the ante that he wanted on that flex forehand, I believe. Yeah, usually you're either, for the forehand play, either it's going to be a pushing flip up shot or a pretty severe flex shot that we saw in our first round coverage.
I actually like to either throw the dead straight true disc that doesn't turn or fade on either forehand or backhand, whatever I'm feeling today. So, well, I try to pretend these trees here in between the tee pad and the basket, the small ones late in the fairway, don't exist, and usually they don't exist. So, oh man, that one existed.
That
though.
one definitely exists.
Yeah,
I've hit that one before. Cecil's got a long C2 bid at this.
What's the phrase? Mind over matter?
Something like that.
As long as your brain doesn't perceive it, it really doesn't exist.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, very nice putt from Travis for his birdie.
Heck yeah, and a straddle too. That was like, first part of circle 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, probably 40, 45 feet. Looks like Carson's right at edge of circle.
Yeah, he's got a good backboard here. He can run this one hard, and he does.
Oh yeah, nice putt. Good confident stroke, running it down. And he's got a 2-stroke lead on our card here, so
yeah,
looking to open up that gap a little bit. And a good par save from Dax.
for sure. Cecil gonna be tapping this one in as well. No harm done. Moving along.
There we go.
All right, guys. Like I mentioned, the last round, if you guys haven't heard of Underdog yet, are you even listening at all during any of this coverage? Or on the channel, period. I feel like I'm calling them out every single video. Get to them in Springfield or Peoria. You will not regret it. Hole 14, 276-foot par 3. This is the introduction of the hard pan ground. That's actually one of the key design characteristics of this course. You're wanting to throw a 250-foot shot and usually let the disc kind of work itself up on the dirt closer to the basket. So put it anywhere just past the base of the big tree we passed on the left, and let the disc do the work for you.
Yep, you'll either see kind of just the straight pushing shot or potentially more of a flex on the right side of that big tree. It's a little bit of a tighter line, but keeps you away from the creek. Carson just taking the pure line straight at it, and that looks like a beauty. Yeah, catches the little slight gully there,
Yep.
Slows him down, and
Yeah,
do
if
well
you can,
inside circle.
if you could calculate it every time, I think pros would be doing it too. Is actually throw like a hard putter shot that hits that little tiny dip, so that it just pops up and nestles right next to the base. And this is another good one too, a little bit deeper. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good jump too.
Yeah, it looks like it came in a hair early for Travis, but he should be
Plenty on the way down.
again inside circle.
That's the
Good
paradigm here, is throwing. Oh no,
boy.
Dax. Paradigm shift here is, do you throw that hyzer right up straight, or the, as you put the
Slight
flex?
flex, yeah.
So we saw both of those shots with good results from Carson and Travis. Dax, unfortunate early release, and
Yeah, he might almost be in re-tee territory if he got down to a B, because it's not fun trying to get up. in
Perfect
there.
skip too.
Very nice shot from Cecil.
Gives you more of a
I mean,
shot, to be
I'm
honest.
pitching out.
I would
he just took his drop there,
Yeah,
pitching it out.
yeah. I mean,
Nice.
maybe a potential coaching moment. I would probably argue for abandon the lie there and give yourself a chance at saving your bogey from
Yeah.
from the tee pad. But a good shot executed from the fairway. So hopefully he can make his putt for bogey. Double. Can't count. Oh wow! that's a fortunate little tree branch for Travis, kicking him close.
I'm clipping that one. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you guys a YouTube short that one. That's fine.
There you go. Yeah, and unfortunately Dax not able to make his putt. He's a little bit frustrated there. Not exactly what he's looking for. And we've got some close birdie looks for Cecil and Carson after some very nice drives. And with that, it looks like Carson's going to maintain his two-stroke lead after Travis catches a lucky break, we'll call it, off of the friendly tree branch. Big shout out to Treasure of the Forest for supporting the tournament and the coverage. If you don't know what they are a group of guys find some stuff in the woods, some pretty neat artifacts, and coat them in resin and make minis out of them. So definitely give them a look. Hole 15, we've got 253 feet. It's a par 3. Most players are going to be looking to play a forehand, skipping to the right or potentially the backhand turnover. A little bit of hard pan by the pin, but you do have kind of a backstop if you're coming in quick. So definitely a hole all the players on the card want to be getting.
Absolutely. I think last round too, this played the easiest on this 9.
Yeah, it did last round. This round it's playing a little bit more towards the middle of the pack, but still playing under par for the field.
Saw Carson's disc just kind of meander up to that tree. It's about 18 feet from the basket. So if you just pretend like that tree, you can't pretend like that tree doesn't exist. But you know, if you land anywhere up to the base of the other tree,
that's the line I was talking about where it gets a little bit sketchy for the forehand in the first round coverage. That tree really gets in your head a little bit because ideally you'd just be playing it straight through that airspace and fading towards the basket.
Ooh, that's
Cecil
a good
going
line
for
up
the
from Cecil.
turnover,
Yeah, that's
and
the
wow,
local
sneaks
route.
through the late trees, and that is a park job.
Yeah,
nice.
you're absolutely right. So here on this forehand, at least what's going through my mind here is I actually want to disc up to maybe a hybrid to maybe fast driver and just spin it a little bit more, because you really have to trust the hyzer out wide, and when you throw it on pure hyzer, it loses out on some of the distance. So
Yeah.
you disc up a little bit, get a little bit more speed, a little bit more like forward skip on the re-entry. So that's my philosophy here.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Especially, yeah, you'll get more of a skip from a faster disc as well. which will help.
Otherwise, if you want to throw that really overstable disc, you have to trust it a little bit straighter at the skip, which brings that burst tree into play for sure.
Oh wow, that's
Dunked
a
it.
great par save from Travis after 2, I would say, subpar shots.
Yeah, that was a great
And a good
effort.
Good birdie from Carson as well.
And he's stringing something together here with
Yeah,
4
I
under.
believe that's 3 in a row for him.
Yeah. 3 here
Yeah.
will definitely give you confidence, and you need to have the putting really buttoned up before you enter the traditional front 9 holes 1 through 9. So good bird there from Cecil. A little bit of luck factor, but you'll take it.
Oh yeah.
All right, you guys saw all of the CTP flags as well, the cool die to self dials. So big thanks to Jim Fowler and the cool disc jobs that he does, the die jobs. Go check him out on Facebook. You can check him out also in person too, which is my recommendation. Come out and check out a Greater Peoria Tour event. You get to see a lot of his great product. As we move into probably, as I mentioned last round, a copy and paste of hole 12 with more distance.
Yep, definitely a very, very difficult birdie to try to get, but not necessarily a hole that eats your lunch if you just try to play it smart for par.
Yep.
Righties are going to be looking to play just a big hyzer off the tee, end up anywhere between 160 feet short, and maybe give yourself a chance, but
Yep.
nothing wrong with par here.
Yeah, you saw a little patch of mulch that marks the other position, the short position, and that's actually a very common place to land. So much easier to park that hole with
Yeah.
good hyzer shots, but very rarely can you ever get deep of that pin. It's very rare.
Yeah, I think that hole plays at about 300 feet, maybe 280 feet, so if you can get to that spot, you've got about 100 feet back to the basket.
And I think that was a great
Cecil,
tree there.
I don't think it helped
this
him
head
enough.
went
I
up
think
in
he
there.
stayed OB
And
across the road.
there is.
It's a tough spot. I mean, it's doable to get up and down from there, but he's going to be flirting with the road again or having some sort of tricky turnover shot from there.
With as hard as the birdie plays on this hole, it's a must 3.
Yeah,
You must 3 it.
yeah, I'd
At
agree with
worst.
that.
Yeah. And so that looks like it's a pushing hyzer, goes deep. Usually a shot like that can skip off the road and get close.
Yeah, that looked like a good shot from Travis. Hopefully, I guess. Wow. So Dex is inbounds there,
But he's throwing a whole nother par 3
Yeah,
here.
he's got a long way to go to the basket. Plays it wide over the road, and
That's luck factor if he actually gets back in, and he does. What
wow,
a
and
grud.
definitely a late 4 call. Card ahead is, I would say, correctly not pleased with the lack of a call there, or the lack of an audible, well-timed call.
Yeah. It goes both ways. I would not have seen that shot actually get there, and I think that's exactly what was going through Dax's mind. But it got there, so
Yeah.
preemptively,
When
everyone
in-
appreciates a preemptive call.
Oh yeah,
versus
when
an
in
actual
doubt,
risk.
no one's gonna get angry if you yell 4 and the disc doesn't hit somebody.
Unless it's
They
in
are-
someone's backswing. And then
Well, then they still shouldn't get angry. If it's for player safety,
do it.
that should take precedence,
Yeah, absolutely.
in my opinion.
There's some pitch ups here.
Yeah, good upshots from Carson and from Travis. They're looking for Cecil's disc about a quarter of the way up the hill towards the top half of the course here. This is the same kind of leafy runoff area that we're gonna see on hole 9.
Yes. Actually, yeah,
it's-
hole 9, it's the ravine just finishes right to the right of the green here. So, yeah. Oh, good line there.
Yep. Let's see. Cecil's got this for par, I believe, after the OB drive. Oh, he can't quite get it. It's an unfortunate bogey to be taking. not a hole you want to take above par strokes on, but it happens to the best of us.
It happens to me, and I'm certainly not the best of us.
It happens to me too. Maybe it doesn't happen to the best of us. It happens to us though.
Okay, it happens to humans.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, a couple bogeys there for Dax Cecil.
Again, not surprisingly, no pars on the round for that hole. Playing a full half stroke over par. So
It's tough, guys.
yeah.
All right. If you guys have any storage needs and you guys live in the area, you guys can check out Rena Center, specifically the one in Pekin. They are an incredible partner coming to help us out for this event and the tour as well. So thanks to Rena Center for your support. And we're getting into hole 17, not 330 feet.
Not
more
330
like
feet.
380, 390.
380, 90. It plays tricky. The right-handed options are either going to be the route that the drone's flying with, like a slate turnover indoor flex line that'll be skipping back towards the basket at the end. There's also a kind of straight flip-up forehand line or lefty line on the left-hand side, but that does bring the creek and the trees by it into play a lot more. Yeah, I'm curious to see how our card's going to attack it. Looks like Carson's going for the turnover, but just burns it a
was their
little
last
low.
round.
So he's going to have a long way to go from there. Probably in the 200-foot range, maybe a little bit less than that, but not a routine upshot from there.
Yeah, I've yet to range the trees, but to know which one truly cuts the hole in half is always a good mark to have here.
I'd say it's right around that one would be my guess.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, that one, maybe if it got some edge, had risk of running into the creek, so I'm actually probably grateful for that shot, clipping the tree there, staying safe for Travis. Dax, keeping it outright and safe, that's usually good. You can throw something out to the right there to really avoid running into the OB on the left-hand side. Don't overturn it into the parking lot on the right, and that was low and left.
Oh boy, yeah. I don't think it cut rolled. Hopefully, yeah, he stayed on the edge here, so he'll have a chance at a forehand scramble, but this is a tricky shot, kind of inclined run up. And yeah, I think maybe the footing got a little bit, but that is more understable than I thought it was going to be. That's a C2 look for his par save.
Yeah, chance. Yeah, this is a good spot to be. A little hyzer approach shot here. Don't need to work too hard. Stop. Did you catch that?
I think he said good stop. I'm trying to figure out what his shirt is.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that for a minute there too. Good straight shot
that's
there.
Beautiful. Yeah, nice little flip up with the overstable approach.
Nearly dinked the pole.
Yeah, that's a very nice shot. That's a shot that is very useful to have on a course like this, where it's coming in soft on the green, not worried about a lot of skip or a lot of ground play after it lands.
Yep, good snap there from Travis as well.
Very long birdie bid for Dax. Happy with just getting up and down for par, it looks like. And Cecil's got this 50 or so footer for par. This would be a pretty big putt to be able to make. Get his momentum coming back for him a little bit.
A little lofty. If you try too much pace, you can go down the hill towards the creek as well. So you want to avoid that. Bank. Down the bank. Oh. Yeah, I think Travis wanting to get his shot back, put that approach a little bit closer. Was a little low, but there was the chance he could make the putt. But
yeah, and that's where, just like, it helps so much to be able to stop the bleeding. Either, you throw a slightly better approach, or, force yourself to have a little more confidence on the putt. Just not the hole you want to be taking unnecessary strokes on.
Well, I mean, that's I think the defining factor for MA3s as well, is they're trying to figure out what part of that they need to work on next.
Yeah.
Very rarely do they coincide, but usually one of those things is out of order. But not for Carson. Carson's still playing relatively clean here. That's 4 under here, moving into the final hole on the front 9. But before we do that, want to shout out Game On. Go check them out on Facebook. They are a fantastic option for like bachelor parties, just wedding venue fun, so they can equip you guys with some fun arcade games or virtual reality fun for any event that you like. And hole 18, this is usually a relatively routine finishing hole for the typical layout, but because we're starting on the back 9, it's a good way to kind of jump into a harder back 9 for the players. So just want to throw something the way the drone flew, out wide, a little bit of hyzer, let the disc kind of ground skip and carry back to the basket.
Yep. Yeah, pretty simple here, especially the wind looks like it's not doing too much at this moment. And that's a good line that Carson put it on. Good width,
Very
nice
good.
height and angle. And he'll be pretty much dropping in to go to 5 under on the front 9.
Which is great. That's
Yeah.
incredible pace, and he's not really being challenged by anybody else here on this card. And spoilers, not even really anybody in his division so far. He's kind of separating himself.
Yeah, definitely. Dax comes out a little bit early. He's going to have this octuple, whatever you want to call it, tree complex to deal with his putt. But he'll have a look.
Ooh,
This
a
looks like a-
gentle hyzer on the inside. I
Yeah,
like that.
very nice line from Travis.
Oh.
Just comes up a little short, and he'll have the same difficult putt, but potential highlight putt that we always like to see.
Yeah, I've gotten some B-roll in years past, and even got a nice look from Chris on the first round.
Yeah,
A little extra inside there from Cecil.
Yeah,
Once
it's
again,
gonna
a
be a
little
tricky
low,
putt.
a little early.
yeah,
A
it
little
seems
early
to be
from
his
the
miss
back.
today. And yeah, just laying up for par. Probably a smart play with the low ceiling. Doesn't want to leave himself with a tester putt for par from 20 feet or so.
Oh, he had the line, just not quite the right height.
Yeah,
He's confident though. He's confident coming from.
yeah, good looking putt. And this is definitely, it's hard to see on the coverage here. You do have a lot of kind of low hanging branches if you get out away from the tree trunks here. So, the low
There
miss
you go.
is excusable for sure.
Yeah, good bird from Travis.
Yeah, nice putt.
Needless challenge on the green, but he overcomes it. It's a good bird there.
Yep, he's gonna try to put up a fight with Carson for for taking down the win for MA3 here.
But Carson's not going to back down. He's going to keep on making him chase.
Yeah, looks like we'll have a 4-stroke differential going into the back 9.
Yeah, and I mean, even Travis, so keeping himself separated from the rest of the people in the division as well. We'll get a quick score update here. But yeah, anyway, this is shaping up to be a pretty exciting event here for these guys. So thanks for tuning in once again. If you guys once again want to check out and see how you can get entered into that coverage giveaway, look in the description below, see how you can get entered. But any final thoughts here as we move into the final 9 holes?
No, I mean, Carson's playing great. We'll have to see if anyone can catch fire and try to chase him down.
Absolutely.
But right now it's his tournament to lose, it looks like.
Yeah, it is. But we'd love to see him keep playing well. It'd be great to see someone slay out here. And you guys will find that out on the back 9, so catch you soon.